I hope you beautiful lot. My name's Jason and this is my 80s podcast. You put the boom boom into my heart. Right, here comes the intro. Oh, well, that was quick. This is what I'm playing. Right, welcome back. Take a good look at this.
It's going to be some youngsters.
But how brilliant! No, and absolutely well deserved. It was like when you was obviously when we'd seen the video, I just thought I knew they were going to win that. I knew they should have. If you hadn't done it, I was going to come down and tell them it was a fix.
Oh, did you, Jay?
And what a night! I mean, it was amazing. It was.
You enjoy it, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a fix. Let's go on the red carpet.
No. Do you know what? That's just it. That was worth it itself, wasn't it? Just going on that red carpet.
Yeah.
Oh, was it a long night? Were you on it for a while? Was it a long night, or was it like?
It started about. Yeah, it was quite. It started at 7, and we didn't leave there
Was
till
that?
about midnight. I suppose. Yeah.
But they had all loads
God.
of photo opportunities. They had bars that you could sit in. There was a thing where the camera went round you when you just had to follow the camera. It was so well done. Such a good
fun.
Was
it?
It
was, wasn't it?
It looked It did look amazing, and well done, ladies. I mean, I'd have probably felt the same. You know, like when you said there was a lot of younger ones, but then it's the 80s, isn't it? And a lot of people probably are going to be our age, aren't they? I mean, I know loads of people that love the 80s that are in their 20s, and I always find it not bizarre, but I just think fair play to them. You know what I mean? But at least, like you said, at least just to show you were voted. You know who voted, wasn't it? And to win, well done.
No,
Absolutely well deserved, ladies. Oh,
yeah.
If only.
Yeah.
Right, ladies, I've got so I'm going to do, because I thought I've got you here. I'm going to do this. I'll talk about Live Aid, but I'm going to do name that boom. But what I've done, I've chose your 80s obsessions. So Sue, yours is the jam.
Oh, I didn't. I forgot about this. Oh no.
You'll be fine. And then I've done this is going to be Duran.
Oh.
So don't worry. Honestly, do you know what I found really fascinating? Because I knew of the jam, but I wasn't ever a massive fan. But you know, you do the research, it's like, and you just gotta remember that.
Oh, yes.
And I remember that because you don't, because you know, you do. I did like bits of song research, and so it's going to be a name that. So I'm just going to read 5 lyrics out to the song, so you'll probably get it that way. Then I'm going to, and then.
You're going to put us on the spot here, Jay.
Oh, and then there's just 5 questions I'm going to ask you, but then it's just a fun fact, and then we'll talk about the Live Aid. So who wants to go first, Duran or Jam? The Jam.
I'll go first. Don't forget it over.
Whoever. These are so. You will get these. I keep saying this to everybody. You will get this, ladies. Right. So, the lyric is: I started a century thinking this will never change. As I hesitated, time rushed onwards without me, too scared to break the spell.
Oh, fuck! I started. I can sing it.
Yeah, go on. I have to be honest, because I normally say to people, I'll sing it, but I don't know the song to sing it. This is probably this is probably the harder one that I found, because I was trying to think, because most of them are quite, but this one was. I can give you.
Love is in the heart. I know the song.
It was out in 1983. If that helps. Do you want me to read it again?
No, I know, because I know the lyrics, but I can't think of the title.
Do you want me to tell you? It's called Absolute Beginners.
Oh, of course it is. Yes, yeah.
Do you know? Everyone always says to me, "It's the way it's my accent." Yeah. Well, you should have sang it. That would have been better than me saying it. Right, the second one is a whole streets believe.
Making excuses.
No. Do you know what? Honestly, I didn't even finish that. And again, it was a town called Malice. I only said the first bit. See, she's redeemed herself from the first one. Right, the third one you will get is you choose your leaders and place your trust.
Going underground.
Yay! I didn't realise how good that song was, No, because even though I wasn't a massive fan, and when I was listening to some of this, I thought it's really good, ain't it? I just think, I think because there was so many things going on, and I obviously like the Wham and all that stuff, and I think I got into that sort of stuff. That even though I knew of the Jam, I think it probably just I didn't. You know what I mean? I went, it's like Duran. I was a little bit more. We used to argue with the Duran girls because they kept saying that Wham were rubbish and Duran. And you had that silly little argument. It's ridiculous. Do you know now when you think? But as a kid, it was like real, wasn't it? It was like, do you know what I mean? It was pure real.
The thing is, Jay, I was looking through my diaries and I've got the exact date I bought Going Underground. It's in my diary. Yeah, 1983. I bought that.
Oh my!
At the Queensway Market. I was just telling Leigh.
The thing is though, I always think with this one, when you read the lyrics out, apart from if you know them, they sound completely different to singing them, don't they? When you do them,
I'm probably not going to get any of them soon.
You will, honestly, Leigh. You will. Right, the fourth one is, and if you feel there's no passion, no quality, She's good. She's good. I love the fact that she's completely redeemed herself now from the first one. What? Who knows the first one? None of us. Right, your last one. I mean, I have to be honest. I didn't really know this because I had to look at this one. But this is, and it's. And as I was standing by the edge, I could see the faces pissing themselves laughing, and the flames grew.
Funeral pyre.
Oh, brilliant. Well done.
Oh, thank you.
Brilliant.
I'm gutted about the first one because I was singing it. I knew the lyrics. I couldn't think of the bloody note.
And Leigh's going, I better get these now.
I'm not going to get any of these.
You will.
No,
Leigh,
I'm really bad.
I swear.
I'm really bad.
Leigh,
you'll get them wrong.
I found because obviously I like them. I thought yours would probably be easier because I knew yours, but I didn't really know the Jam. But I have to be honest, so that was brilliant, smashing that, because that was just brilliant. Right, lovely. Right, ready? Come on then. Right, I know you're watching me every minute of the day. Yeah, I've seen the signs, and she looks on the pictures.
Is there something I should know?
Yes! Well done.
I've got one. No.
You have to really concentrate, do you, go?
Yeah.
What we're saying. Right, the second one is nightfall covers me, but you know the plans I'm making. Still overseas, could it be the whole earth thing opening wide?
A view to a kill.
You can sing them.
I was ready to say Grace. It was Grace Jones, wasn't it? I was ready to give you a little bit of a hint. Grace Jones. Then
you've got to sort of let it register, haven't you? Well, you do. You were really quick.
You do. You do. You have to let it register. They just think. I did one with someone. They was chatting to me because I do there, and I was rubbish. It was speciality. I got it more because it was like that, but I was rubbish when they was just reading out anything to me. Right, you ready for your other one?
Yeah.
Right. It's this. You'll be fine. Right. Only came outside to watch the nightfall with the rain. I heard you making patterns. What was that?
I'm just finishing the lyrics for you, but I can't.
Go on, you will.
Keep going. So say it again.
Right. Only came outside to watch the nightfall with the rain. I heard you making patterns rhyme. Go on. That's what I have to do. That's what I have to do.
I can't get it. I know the song.
Yeah, this is the thing I've got with the first one. I knew the song. I couldn't think of the title.
So annoying.
Do you want me to read it one more time?
Yeah,
just
one more time, just in case.
Right. Only came outside to watch the nightfall with the rain. I heard you making patterns rhyme. It was out in 1981.
Planet Earth?
Yes, well done.
Oh God, it's
Well
so
done.
annoying. You can.
It kicks.
Oh, I know. It's on the
You
tip of
sit
my
there,
tongue.
don't you? You get through it, and part of you wants to go, I can't.
Brain to work properly.
I can't. Right, we've got a fourth one. So this is nightshades on a warning. Give me strength at least. Give me a light. Give me everything, even sympathy. I do love this one.
Can you say it again?
Yeah, nightshades on a warning. Give me strength at least. Give me a light. Give me everything, even sympathy. 1983.
I bet you can sing it.
I bet you can sing it. Go on.
I know those lyrics so well.
Yeah. That's the.
Do you want a hint?
Yeah, go on then.
The last bit of the song title is a animal, a reptile.
Oh, Union of the Snake.
Ah.
I didn't really get that one, but there
You got that one. Right, your last one, which is the easy. Well, I thought it was easiest only because I know them. Is now the figureheads had fell and lovers war with arrows across secrets they could tell.
Wild Boys.
Yes. Well done, Lee. You smashed them both. You actually, come on. I have to be honest. When you research, it's easy when you research, ain't it? Because it's just sat there. So, ladies, who wants to go first with the questions? Should we go like we did before? Should I go to Sue? Where's Sue with her? Let's have a look, Sue. Right, the jam. Let's have a look. Have I got? I've probably got these mixed up. Oh, here you go. Right. So these.
I would have, swapped it up.
They're so easy questions. They are so. No, they are. I mean. They are. I mean, I didn't do them so difficult because I just thought, Jay, if you haven't got a clue, are they? Right. What's Paul Weller's real name?
John Weller.
Yeah. Where was he born?
He was born in Woking in Surrey.
Right. The single "A Town Called Malice" was a double A side. What was the other track?
Oh crikey. Oh.
I'd never heard of this one, I have to be honest.
Oh,
Town Called Malice is a great song, though, ain't it?
Yeah, it's a great song. I know this. I think Tinkle Malice and the bitterest.
I didn't realise it was a. What, sorry?
No, it wasn't the bitterest.
No, go on. I didn't either. Because I think you're. No.
No, it was
It's just a one word. It's just a one.
Oh,
no.
Start.
It's a one word. It's one word.
Oh,
it's one word.
Start.
No. Precious.
Oh, Precious. Yes. Oh.
I didn't realise it was. Right, you duetted. Yes, you should have sang it. You should have sang it, sir. That's it. Who duetted with the Jam on the 1983 single "The Bitter Pill I Have Ever Had to Swallow"?
Duetted.
Yeah. I mean, when I researched this before, but I kept thinking, what was her name? DC Lee. I thought, no, it's not her. She was in the.
Was it Tracy?
No, someone called Jenny Mathis.
Oh, right. Yeah, from the Bill Stars. Yeah.
Yes, she was.
When was that? Was that?
That was 1983.
83.
Yeah, and it's because when I was doing that, because I just thought, where do I know that name? And then I thought, Bell Stars, it show. Yeah. Right, what did the Jam call their final tour?
The Beat Surrender tour.
And what year was it?
82.
There, you've redeemed yourself again for that one. Well done. Absolutely brilliant.
Thank you.
Right then, come on then, you'll be fine. Right. Come on then, Lee. Where did Duran take their name from?
Barbarella. Film Barbarella.
Yeah. And who started the band? Was it, so I'm going to give you a choice. Who started the band? Was it Simon and Nick, Roger and Nick, or John and Nick?
John and Nick.
Really?
Which member of the band is not married?
Nick Rhodes.
Yes. Right. The classic lineup to Duran Duran that we've come to know and love. There'll be singer Simon Le Bon, the bassist John Taylor, keyboardist Nick Rhodes, guitarist Andy Taylor, and drummer Roger Taylor. They came together when?
1978, but then their first single was 1980.
That's the one, 1980, yeah. I was and I have to be honest, this next question, when I researched this one, I thought, I didn't even know that, and that's not far from me. Where are they from?
Birmingham.
I didn't have a clue. Why did I? No, and that's what.
Local.
Yeah, because I'm in Leicester, so it's literally.
Oh.
And when I read that, and I went, why did I not know that?
Yeah, because it's the Rum Runner, the nightclub or the pub, which is where they formed and started.
Exactly.
Playing.
And then I started you start researching. This is why I love doing the research. I'm rubbish at research, to be fair, because I get quite frustrated with it because there's just so much stuff that come on. But when you do it, you do learn some stuff, don't you? Because I always thought I always think I know quite a bit about the 80s, but then you just think, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
that little bit, I didn't know that. Every day.
Their football team is Aston Villa.
It was. That was another question. I didn't get that one. So what I took was, now I didn't know this, what's Duran Duran's biggest hit song of the 1980s? And there's quite a lot of them, isn't there? And I asked a couple of people and they all got it wrong.
Right, so the biggest hit, what do you mean by that?
So the biggest selling hit, the song that was sold the most copies in the 1980s.
The Reflex?
No, I said that. Hungry Like the Wolves, 1982. And I researched that again and I kept thinking, is that true? Because I said the Reflex. Yeah. Every single person said the Reflex. And so I went back on it again. So I thought, if I'm going to ask these questions, they're going to look at me gone. But yeah, and I even got someone else to do it. He said, yeah, it says 80. It says Hungry Like the Wolves.
Yeah, because that wasn't even number 2, was it?
No. But then I always think, the internet's only what people put in, isn't it? So it could be anything. But hey, you've been brilliant.
God, the truth, though, especially if it's a subject that you love.
Yes.
And you feel that you feel like you've got to answer. You just think to yourself, I've got to answer. I did it with Karen. I did it. She likes the Police. So she loves Sting and the Police. And when I was doing it, well, she went, "You're giving me panic attacks." She said, because it's someone, she said, if you ask me questions of something I didn't know, I didn't care whether I got it wrong. She said, because it was my chosen subject.
I know.
Right.
Yeah,
go on.
I'd forgotten all about that. I didn't even know that this was coming up today.
Right, I've got some. Yeah, you can't, can you? That's the thing. I've got some fun facts. I'm just going to do some fun facts. Did you know? Fun facts for the jam. So, did you know that they were the first band since the Beatles to play two numbers on the same episode of Top of the Pops?
Yes.
Yeah, they performed on the 15th to the 11th, 1981. That's brilliant to know that, though, isn't it? When you think things like that.
You know, to follow
absolutely.
The
absolutely, completely, honestly. And it's got right. Did you know they were also the first band to reach number 1 with a double A side, which was A Town Called Malice and Precious?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, when you read this, because
on a double A side.
Yeah, double A side. Yeah. But you know, like when you read it, because you don't know, you just think, I do love the fact that you get to know a lot of stuff that you do, especially if you don't really know some of the bands. Right, and did you know the band...
You forget that you knew it before, but you wouldn't have been able to answer it. But when you've said that, we said, oh, of course they did, yeah.
And you're right. And the worst thing is, like we've said before, the worst thing is if it's your subject, you start to have a little bit of a... Right, the band's name, The Jam, is said to have originated from a breakfast table conversation between Paul Weller and his sister, where they were brainstorming band names. He suggested The Jam. You must have known that. Nicky, yeah. Yes. Right, did you know Beat Surrender became The Jam's 4th and last number 1 hit in the UK, released on November 22nd, 1982, and staying at the top of the charts for 2 weeks in December?
Yes, that's right. I remember that because I was only about 14 when that came out.
14.
And I was absolutely gutted, to hear that they were.
They were going.
That's
a bit like when I found out about Wham, because my mum wouldn't let me go and watch the final concert.
Yeah. Oh. I know.
Right, the last but not least, the band's lead singer, Paul Weller, later became known as the mod father due to his influence on the mod culture.
Yes, that's right.
Good old Paul.
Good old Paul. I mean, since I was a teenager, and a modette, I used to go around, dressing up in the mods' outfits, and we used to go down Carnaby Street and hang out down there,
Well, we were talking about that on the other one, the one I did with, obviously, the other episode about Sting, because he was in Black Quadrophenia, wasn't it? So we were talking about the mods and up. Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. So we were talking about that, and that was all quite. Cause I knew the police and things like that. But yeah, that was brilliant. That one. Right, Leigh. You ready?
Yeah, come on.
They're any fun facts. Are you all right? Did you know Duran have released 15 studio albums? Their debut was 1981's Duran Duran, and their most recent 2021's Future Past. Yeah. I've never heard of that because I've got a friend that's obsessed with. Duran, and he's been a bit like he's been seeing him at the concerts, and he's even took his 15-year-old daughter. She loves them. Do you know what I mean? But because I didn't realise about, I knew about them. I didn't realise that they'd had that many studio albums. That's a lot, isn't it?
They've actually released a lot in later years.
A lot.
Yeah.
Yes, as they've gone. But it's like I always think. Yeah, and they're still going now, aren't they? I have to be honest. A friend of mine went to see a Duran. I want to say tribute band. Duran. She calls them not Duran, and she said, "Do you want to go?" And I said, It's nothing against them. I'm just not. If I'm going to see them, I want to see the artist. I'm not. A friend of ours does an Abbey tribute band, and they're absolutely amazing and so much fun. But I didn't. When she sent me the videos, I went, I'm so glad I didn't go. And I guess, was it like watching Simon Le Bon? She went, no, because I've seen Duran years ago. Because it was nothing like it, Jay, to be fair. She said they were good. And they are good, aren't they? They are good at what they do. She said, she says, inside my little 15-year-old brain, I was hoping it was Simon Le Bon from the 80s. Because it wasn't Jay at all. Not at all.
Mind you, still a chance to dance to that brilliant music, isn't it? A night out,
yeah, and that's what she said. And just to listen to it, and people were absolutely. So you could see them all reliving their youth, especially when they were doing all the 80s stuff. Because they did some of the new stuff as well, but a lot of the 80s. That's what gets people up off the feet, doesn't it? And gets people going a bit.
Duran at the UK Top Influencer thing that we went to.
Oh, yeah.
They played Duran for us.
They did. We were on the
dance floor of everyone. Yeah.
Bless. Right. Did you know it is? I didn't know this. I quite like the thought of this one. Did you know it is still the only James Bond song to reach #1 in the US and was the biggest Bond hit? Is Duran Duran's was in the UK until Adele's Skyfall in 2012.
Yeah,
see, that's a long time.
That it was. I don't know if anyone had replaced them since.
So that's a long time to hold that, isn't it? Until you think from the 80s up to obviously 2012 when Adele.
Yeah, what a good song though, and the video
absolutely
was just the best.
Oh, it was.
Absolutely incredible. Yeah, and great.
There was one section where John Taylor. It goes a close up to John Taylor, and he moves his eyebrow, and I used to rewind it all the time.
Did you watch it?
Just your eyebrow.
But I always remember, especially being at school, especially with Duran Duran, the girls were like obsessed, and they'd most of them used to like John Taylor, didn't they? A lot of people preferred John Taylor, and I always remember we all used to have the books where you put the posters on the books, didn't you, and sellotape them down and glue them down. They used to have but they were vicious. And I'm on about they actually believed in their heads that they were going to marry John Taylor. Yeah. And it was honestly.
Like that though. You did.
Yeah, some of the things were quite, the Duran.
Yeah. I can remember the lads would go past them and say, he didn't even know you exist. And they would be, you could feel them levitate as they were so angry with them.
Hell hath no fury than a Duran.
Exactly, than a woman, than a Duran fan scorned. I remember the one girl was that angry with this lad that she tried to push him down the stairs because he called John Taylor a girl.
Oh my God! Those white boots. All the Duranis wore those white boots, didn't they? Do you remember that? We had a clash with a few Duranis.
Yeah, because when we was at school, we didn't have to have uniforms, did we? Like they.
Oh, we.
No, we.
Oh, did you? I wore my model stuff, you know.
Oh, I had to. Oh,
yes.
Did you have a school uniform? Yeah. Did you? Yeah. See, we just dressed in normal clothes. We just. Did you?
A cape and a hat.
She went to Hogwarts, didn't she? That's what she's trying to tell us.
The uniform looked like
was it? But we never had that. But loads of people did, and we just, I mean, because the girls could wear the normal clothes, so they used to wear them white boots.
Oh, yeah,
but they,
pixie boot type thing.
Oh my God!
Yeah, halfway up, weren't they? Yeah. Halfway up boots, like slouchy.
Yeah.
Slouchy, that's what
boots. Yes, that's it.
Yeah. But you know, like when the lads would do it on purpose because they'd just go past, or they were terrible. They'd go past and like put a pen across his face on the book, and it was like they just attacked or one of their own things.
I bet they went mad.
The thing is, John Taylor always won the most fanciable male in
the Smash Hits.
And it used to be great because they'd publish it, and then the next day you'd go in there and you'd be showing the Culture Club and Wham and Spandau fans. Yes, Duran had won again, and John Taylor
won it again all the time. That's what she used to do, and I remember her having the picture of him holding the award, and I can remember I put it on a fold, like a maths folder, just to show that, in her words, that ace hole that kept saying that he was a girl, and she was showing him. She went, he's more popular than you. She used to say.
Well, my mum used to say the whole thing's a farce. Paul Weller should be first all the time, and I used to just say I just look down upon it.
He was robbed. He was robbed. He was robbed. That's what,
in my eyes, he was my number.
But they used to have that. It's like I always find it really bizarre now where you can't have like best male singer. It has to be best singer now, doesn't it? Or best female singer.
Yes. And people, whereas you could have two winners, now you've got to have one.
Yeah. And I remember seeing an interview with Adele, and Adele goes, I get everything that's going on. She goes, but I love being a female singer. She went, I love all that, she said. But yeah, I just think, oh God, Duran fans.
I can't get my head round
Duran fans were lethal.
They were.
It was honestly, so that's what.
Only sometimes.
See, Leigh was okay because John Taylor won everything, so he did win that because I used to remember a girl at school called Salah, who was another Duran fan, who I was friends with. She said, and she did if it's a shame I'm a Wham fan because else she'd never walk home with me in the street, she said, because I used to like what, but she was never that bad. But I remember the lads used to be really bad to her, and they'd start, because she used to have a jacket on, and I think she'd handwritten Duran, and then a big heart and John Taylor at the back of it, and she used to get. Honestly, do you know now? Do you know now? You just think, talk about putting a big sign on your back so the lads can mock you. You know what I mean?
That's it. Well, you had it. I mean, my art folder had all Paul Weller stuff on, so you sort of advertised it, didn't you?
Yeah.
You advertised who your favourites were, but I mean,
but that's what she.
We used to save each other's posters for each other. If you knew, somebody liked Japan, you'd bring Carol liked Japan, a girl in my class. So I'd always bring a David Sylvian poster in it.
Posters,
You'd give me a Paul Weller one, So you got a nice selection of stuff because everyone knew.
But you used to get that with Smash Hits and Looking as well, because Looking used to have like, I always remember Looking used to have like some on the back, didn't it? It was like the lyric thing. And now, when I look at the lyrics, I think I can't see them lyrics now as I've got older. I said I'd be like that. I used to sit there and read them like that. Now I'll be like that and sitting there thinking, where am I going?
And do you remember Number One magazine, Jay?
I used to have the Number One magazine and the Smash Hits, and I love both of them. But it's really bizarre. But I was more Number One, and then people. And people used to look at me and go, smash it. It was always smash it. I said, I like both of them, but number one for me, I don't know what it was. I think they used to have the posters and all that, didn't they? In the, it's like, I don't think you can see, there's a one over there that was out of a Smash It's one.
Oh,
Because I brought that, do you know, honestly, you can buy the 80s Smash It, but they're like £8.
Oh my God!
When you, they're absolutely, and they're great when you get them. Because when I get them, it's like I transport back to being about 15 years old again.
That's it. Did you find it weird that Neil Tennant was the editor, and then when they did a big splash, didn't they, saying Neil Tennant's now moved on to his own band? Like,
remember that.
Don't you remember that, the Pet Shop Boys?
Yeah, I remember the Pet Shop Boys.
And then you'd think, oh, I wonder he's going to get on in the Pet Shop Boys. That's not going to do well. But then they went huge, didn't they?
See, they went. I used to have, and I always tell. I can remember being at school, and I do love their music, but one of the girls was obsessed with them as well, and I said, I don't know why I like them. They don't really sing; they just talk, and she would literally go absolutely. And she goes, what do you mean? I went, it's not really. I said, when you listen to him, he's not singing; he's talking the words. And she said, and she'd go to home and she'd come back. She went, no, that's proper singing. You haven't got. I thought, and just some of the things you used to say, and you could feel it. And because you got a reaction, you'd say, I went, and we'd be at school and we'd all be talking about. I went, she likes Pet Shop Boys who talk, and she'd go. But they're
funny about it, didn't they? If you criticise them,
but they are classics now, aren't they? I mean, when you think like they're all classic. Absolutely amazing talent that you ain't ever going to get anymore, and I don't think that we would ever see that anymore. Which is, I'm not saying that they're not like that, because I always say every time I listen to 80s, I feel great with. Them few bars of I want to dance with somebody, Whitney Houston, just in everything you can fit, and even like. You know, like Duran, the beginning of some of their like class, and like all the other, you know, and I just think do you get that now? Do people get that now? And I don't know, but I still get that now.
There are odd songs that have got, but a lot of the songs seem to sound the same now.
Yeah, I was saying this, and because I couldn't tell you which artists were at the minute because they all sound very similar, don't they? And it's like. And I've said this so many times, and I just think I wouldn't have a clue who they were.
No, but I think the magic of being in the 80s was you were at a magical age as well. Because, say, for example, when I was 16, that was really exciting age.
Yeah.
From 40 all the way through, you know, teenage years. And so there's that added sort of magic of hearing those songs and experiencing them when they came out. And I think it brings back that magic for that moment, doesn't it?
Absolutely. And it's like, I always think, like, people will say to me, would you like to go back to the, I went, yeah. Because without a phone? I went, I'd go back without my mobile phone. Quite happily. I goes, we didn't need it then. You know what I mean? No. But then things do move on, don't they? And I just think you wouldn't ever be able to do this sort of stuff if we hadn't got that. But yeah, I would. And I was thinking about that the other day. I remember driving home and I was listening to 80s.
Do you remember with phones reversing the charges if you didn't have enough
all the time.
Yeah, all the time.
All the time.
Hello, and they say, we've got your daughter Sue here. She needs a lift home. Okay, good. Yeah, that's okay. Good.
I can remember my mum doing that once, and my mum just tell him to walk home. Tell him to walk. So I rang back, and then they did come and get me, but tell him to walk. But it was like that, and it's like the locks, ain't it? They used to have them like silver locks on the phone, so you couldn't turn the dial thing. My mum was so impressed, until she realised that we got like remember them air grips that they used to have, the brown ones, really thin metal ones. You could put one of them in and unlock it. She weren't happy. Well, I've just got two more for you, Duran. So, did you know, at the height of their fame in 1980s, Princess Diana frequently referred to Duran as her favourite band? Yeah, there was. It's not now. Well, did you know the Rio album included the hit song "Hungry Like the Wolves," which initially faced some difficulty gaining play in America?
Oh, I didn't know that.
No, I didn't know that. He didn't say. He just said they just didn't get it, basically. And I went, How can you not get it? It sounds like it's their sort of stuff, isn't it? And the last one, Duran's music and videos were censored by the BBC. Some of them were.
Oh well, yeah. The Chauffeur, Girls on Film.
I get the Girls on Film. I remember because you only ever use it's a bit like the George Michael one when I Want Your Sex, but the Girls on Film they showed you the edited one. You can tell it was edited because it just kept flickering all over the place. Girls on Film.
I mean, the Chauffeur is quite. It was on the video I had at home, so I used to play it when I was having my dinner with my mum and dad there, and then the Chauffeur would come on. I'd be like trying to turn it off.
Because we hadn't got remote control. You had to jump off a settee and go like that, didn't you? We were saying that the other day. We hadn't got the pleasure of them. How brilliant was that? How amazing was that? Do you know what? This is why I love doing my 80s podcast, because I get to have some amazing guests on and then just be able to do some great 80s stuff on my own as well. And I just absolutely blows my mind. So please, if you want to follow me, Instagram, TikTok, it's not Twitter, I keep saying Twitter, X, Facebook, YouTube. Follow me on YouTube for some great episodes, on Spotify, an audio version go onto Apple as well. And please have a great day, you beautiful lot. Y'all come back now. You hear?